Sweet. How are we all, team? And this is where we sell outcomes. This is the primary objective here. We're not here to sell products. We're not here just to give great service to people. We're here to sell them an outcome. Because we know, like we just said, problems get solved. Really, we're doing them a disservice if we don't solve their problem. They're actually worse off. If they spend time with us and we don't give them a great outcome, if we don't give them the outcome that's going to solve their problem, if we're not certain and we don't sell it, we actually made them worse off than they started because they've spent time with us that they'll never get back. I watched this TED Talk thing that was shared on Facebook the other day talking about incompetence. So there's two forms of incompetence. One is you just simply don't know enough stuff, but you believe you know more than you actually do. So then there's a false distortion on that. You'll think you're better than you actually are. And the far majority of the planet actually thinks they're better than they are. They did tests and studies of like, how well do you think you are at spelling? How well do you understand people? Do you think you're a good leader and all this sort of stuff? And so many people rated themselves better than they actually were. But then what they found at the top of the game is people then underestimated because they thought that was normal. So companies like this that have got all the experience in the world working for some of the biggest brands in the world with the highest levels of experience than anyone else, they underutilize that because they think that's normal. No, nobody would care about that. Everyone's done that. Big gap. And I reckon two people are on this side. One, you're underutilized, meaning you think you're better than you actually are. Or two, you've forgotten just how awesome some of your experience is and what you've done.
Well, I have a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see. It looks something like this.
Matt and I are hijacking this episode midway through.
Yeah, so these last few days, Steve has been incredibly busy, and we always try and pull him aside and we're like, Steve, we need content, we need to film you. You're so much smarter than we are. But he's too busy at the moment for us to do that, so JT and I have taken the camera, and we're gonna try and film most of this episode by ourselves. We'll see how it turns out. We're currently walking through Queen's Park and JT's gonna try and interview me about stuff I've done over the last few years, and we'll see if like any sort of business wisdom spits out. So like I know nothing about this business world, film is all I know. But I'm sure there's some interesting comparisons between the two. I went to university for 3 years and 1 semester. What did I learn from that? What did I struggle with the most? Because I think that's what, that's my takeaway of the last 5 years of my life is I want to recognize the things that I struggled with and learn to improve them, and recognize the things that other people struggle with and help them out. That's why I like directing, because it's like, you know, there's this person who does this job and this person who does this job, and it's your job to bring out the best in every single other member of the crew. The best comparison that I can make, because all I know is the film world, not so much of the business side of things. The best comparison that I can make is that like being a director on a film set is almost identical to like being a manager or a director of a company where you have a team of people underneath you. And the most important thing for a director to have is a extremely clear vision of what he wants the end product to be. And you want to work with all your other crew members and bring the best out of them and take inspiration from them and creativity and that. But at the end of the day, you have to know exactly how to harness all of their ideas into your through line, into what you want the end product to be. Because if you just tell everyone, hey, I trust your work, you're going to do fine, everyone's going to be doing their own little thing, and it's never actually going to get you to the outcome that you really, really want. Every aspect is going to get let down. You want to find the best people that enjoy working with you and working in their field, and you should want to bring the best out of every single one of them, because that's how you achieve an awesome product.
The biggest takeaway that I got from this job is that it doesn't matter how naturally good you are at something. If you don't have work ethic that trumps that, then you're always going to lose, right? If you are a naturally good speaker, but you never go out and talk to people about, like if you're naturally good at sales, but you're not actually going out and selling to people, the person who's going out and selling to people who isn't as naturally good as you but wants to learn is going to beat you every time. Where you've started doesn't mean anything. Like, yeah, maybe it's a bit of an acceleration, but it's really just work ethic that's where you end. If I'm here and you're here, but I work to get to here and you're just like, no, I'm good here, you've already lost. So the biggest takeaway I really have is like, you have to pursue getting better. You can't rely on just natural talent. It is work ethic, and it is actively pursuing getting better and improving and practicing. And to do that, you just have to embrace your strengths and your weaknesses and work on all of them. So I'd say that's probably what my main getaway is.